So how did we train Adonis to do various glucose tests a day willingly and asks for them? This is one of the most popular questions that we get. I am a diabetic cat mom for 2 years. As you've seen in our videos, Adonis is obsessed with glucose testing. So whenever people ask us, why do you not put a continuous glucose monitor? I ask, why should I? He is obsessed with testing. He's jumping on the table. He's calling me out if I'm like 10 minutes late to his test. Even if he had a continuous glucose monitor, he would be asking for a test. So there's no point in us to spend a lot of money on it. I am not fully against it. I think that if you have a diabetic cat, that is very hard to test. So I don't know anybody that has said, that looks easy. It has never been easy to anyone that's just getting started. For us, we suffered a lot. Adonis was not a fan of it. I was shaking and I was nervous. As soon as we got the diagnosis, I was with my mom. We put Adonis on a counter and I forced him to not move, like I was holding him. And my mom tried to test. He was very stressed out. There was no spa momento, no massage, no pampering, nothing that you've seen on our videos. And we failed. We failed dramatically. Of course, I was very nervous that, oh my God, how am I going to do this various times in the day or once a day? Because by that time, I had no idea that I should always be testing before insulin and mid-cycle. So on that first attempt, what we did, I replicated what goes on at the vet. He gets forced down to get like shots, pills checked, whatever. And he absolutely was going to say no. And he left to hide. The next attempts, I was alone. My husband was traveling abroad, so I did not have his help. I really think it's amazing to have somebody to share the testing tasks, because then I basically do my life normal and I can just say, please, Adonis needs a test in like 2 hours. But then I was alone and I needed to learn to give insulin and to test, while Adonis was extremely scared and anxious. Also, while I was terrified and overwhelmed. I've had the usual questions too. In the ear, testing in the ear, it's gonna fall off. And I remember even seeing bruises the first days, and I was thinking, he's gonna have lots of bruises all the time. But he had bruises the first 2 weeks and then not anymore. So it does get better. If you see bruises at the beginning, don't try to test less. I would prefer bruises over hypoglycemia, neurological damage, and death. So when you're getting started, you're